You know what? You win a bottle of water. Can you pass those back to her, please? And don't dock it, just catch it. Yes, that's that's you are the best question of the day. Hi.
Hi. You know that many actors become singers or musicians, and I was wondering if you like music and you would do the same. You would form a rock band or something? As Castiel or Misha, with Sebastian.
You know, I would love to be in a band with Sebastian. The problem is he'd be moving my leg the whole time. And we'd never... He's like one of those little, like, horny dogs. He just comes out and he's just like, on everything, right? And you're always like, Sebastian, no. Sebastian, stop it. That. Like you mean like William Shatner?
Yes! Yes!
Has anyone heard his rendition of Strawberry Fields?
Yes.
Most of you haven't, and that's terrible. You need to all be going home and Googling that and listening to it. It's the worst thing that you'll ever hear. Maybe that could be my challenge, to create music that's even worse than William Shatner's Strawberry Fields. Something that no one thought was possible that I could do. I have thought about forming a band and doing sort of like a hit song. I'm not a musician or a singer, but that hasn't stopped me from doing that. You know, because a lot of these people aren't really right? They just have good producers and they can lip sync well. So how hard can it be, right? Why are you? Do you have some material for me or something?
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's hear some of it.
I don't think. I only play the piano. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
but it's a start.
Next time, bring your piano next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. My question is about Nick Tuck. When you did the show, you worked with Bradley Cooper.
I did.
Who is now like a superstar.
Yeah.
So what was it like to work with him? Nice.
Was he nice?
Yeah.
He was. He was. Yeah, he was great. He was, you could tell why he's become a superstar. He was so unbelievably funny on the set. The writer of Nip Tuck was very kind of controlling, and like everything had to be perfect for him. He's now the executive producer of Glee. Yes, he's doing okay. And so all of the dialogue you had to do like spot on. It was just exactly what he wrote. But Bradley Cooper, he was like, yeah, what script? Fuck that. And he was just improvising the whole time. And every take was different, and every take was hilariously funny. I don't know, for those of you who haven't seen it, in Nip Tuck I play a yoga instructor who's very flexible and who has an enormous cock and can't stop sucking himself off. And he goes in for surgery to have a penis reduction so that he can stop doing this to himself. And then there's a scene where I'm just lying on a table, completely sedated, unconscious for the surgery. And they're like sort of lifting up the sheet and looking under me, like, whoa, taking pictures, which is weird because it's actually very true to life. And Bradley Cooper, everything that he was doing in that scene, all I had to do in that scene was lie still and do nothing. And, just be myself. And Bradley Cooper was so funny that I could not stop, like I couldn't stop laughing, like shaking with laughter. So they had to change the framing of the shot to be up off me during the dialogue so that they wouldn't see my sheet shaking with laughter. So it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Yes. Yes.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
I have a question because of Supernatural TV show, because of the final scene.
Oh yeah, yes, I know what you're talking about.
When Castiel declared himself to be the new god.
Yeah.
There was a scene in season 5 between Dean and Death, when Death told Dean that at the end he's going to reap God. Now I would like to know how you see Castiel react if Death really would show up to reap him in his current state of mind at the end of season. What would happen?
Well, I don't know. I forgot about that. Shit. 'Cause that guy's kind of like badass, right? He's gonna kill God?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something for me to watch out for, big time.
So he didn't say he's going to kill God, he said he's going to reap God.
Well, that's
so
sort of the same
if he's dead already
idea.
at that time.
Well, you know, maybe what I should do is put in my contract, I will not do any scenes with death. That's not good. Forgot about that. But come on. Death or God? I think God is more powerful, right? More powerful. Here's my concern. My concern is that Castiel just thinks he's God, and actually it's just, he's kind of crazy, and really he's not God, and then he goes to try to be God, and things don't work out, and he's not as powerful as he thinks. That would suck. So, you know, like, I want to create a planet, say, and I go to do it, and everyone's watching, and nothing happens. Super embarrassing. So, I hope that he's really as powerful as he thinks he is, and it's not just a complete case of megalomania. That means thinking that you're godlike or something. I don't know what it means, but it's something. So, I'm not really going to answer your question because it's too complicated for me, but if you want to ask something else, because I know that there's a risk that this may be your last convention.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. Actually, I would have another question. You were on set, you did one episode of NCIS.
Yes.
How was it working with Mark Harmon? Because you had a direct scene, as far as I remember him.
Yes.
How was it working on the set of NCIS?
That guy is an unbelievable asshole. Actually, it's funny because he's the nicest guy on television. He's super. He's actually, I think about, you know, when you go, when you working as a guest star in television is actually really hard because you come into a set and everybody knows each other and they're all really kind of buddy-buddy and they're bored out of their minds. Like, say for instance, if you do an episode of, I don't know, Close to Home, maybe. You come on to set and they're like, and this is, I'll be a series regular in a scene with me. And action. So where were you on the night of the September 14th? Like they'll go from playing with their iPhone directly to talking to you and then won't make eye contact with you again and then walk off and they'll be like, I mean, it's awful. And you feel like, you're the new kid in class, you don't know anybody, everybody hates me, and it's really kind of it's hard to do. And Mark Harmon, when I came on the set, they were like, Mark would like to meet you. He brought me to his trailer. He said, hey, how you doing? He asked me all about my life. I tricked me into thinking that he actually cared. And since then, I've kind of vowed that when I'm, you know, a regular on a show, that I'll behave more like that if I can. I mean, obviously, you know, when guest stars come on Supernatural, I just play works with friends and ignore them. But that's not true. Not always true. No, but it actually really makes a difference on the set when people act like that. And I have to say that, you know, for the most part, Jared and Jensen, they're really welcoming, warm people on the set too, except for And it makes such a difference on set. In fact, that crew, the crew on Supernatural has been there almost, it's like 90% of the crew on Supernatural have been there from day one of season 1. And that's never the case on a show, because especially not a show that shoots such long hours as Supernatural does. But it is such a good, it's such a good vibe at work. And it's because, very largely because the people at the top, Jared and Jensen and Serge, the director of photography, and the first ADs, they all just create this atmosphere that's really bonding and welcoming. So that's super important on a show. If you don't have that, it can become miserable and everybody starts hating each other. So, I'm sorry, that was super long and boring, but whatever. Hi.